What's going on, folks? I know it's been a minute since we've been on, but I've been on vacation out west. I've got some videos that I'm going to share with you guys about some of the exploits that we had while we were out west visiting some lawn personalities that you guys will probably recognize. But we just got home late last night. The weather here has been in the hundreds. I think it hit 100 yesterday. It's been upper 90s for the last week or so. And I'll be honest with you, I think that my lawn has been suffering from it. As you can see, the truck is filthy, and it is what it is because, you know, we were on vacation and we were four-wheeling out in the desert of Moab in Utah, and we did a little bit of traveling in Colorado. Weather out there is perfect. Makes me want to move back to Colorado where, you know, no matter what the temperature is, you know, there's no humidity. I think the humidity was like about 25%. But anyway, I want to give you guys a quick look. Today we're not going to really do anything. I just wanted to show you where we are, and then I also wanted to give you an idea of maybe some of the things that we need to do, if anything, to make this lawn survive this summer. The back, we've got issues, but I want to show you the front. So my daughter mowed a little bit while I was gone, but you can see that there is some stress right there, and we've been kind of stressing on that little part of the bluegrass. And I'm not sure there's a whole lot we can do there other than to continue to water it. But it's definitely because of all of the heat coming off of the sidewalk. Some of our gladiolas are blooming and they're dying. Oh, I do want to show you something. So check out these dahlias. Look how beautiful they are. They are really starting to grow in. Got some more here. I need to deadhead some of these that are kind of dying here. Like this one is gone. We can pull that one off. We can pull this one off, and we can pull that one off right there. But other than that, you can see the windstorm kind of did a number on them, so I have to come through and see if I can salvage these because they look really nice, but they're just getting so big. So let's see if I can fix that. So anyway, back over here to the lawn, you guys can see how stressed out it is. Got a little bit of crabgrass there that we're gonna have to pull, and then some other weeds that we're gonna have to deal with. Oh yeah, check out the beard. You can see how old I am by how much gray there is. But I didn't do any pre-emergent this year, so as you guys know, I'm gonna have to deal with some crabgrass because we didn't do any pre-emergent. But that's, you know, that's just something I have to deal with. I do have another problem, which is all of this nutsedge. So I could see it all the way down the street when I drove up last night at midnight. Got some right there. I've got some right over in here. And you can see the grass is looking a little bit stressed, especially right here along the driveway. And that's just a lot of heat coming off of there. But overall, it's not looking too bad. My daughter, for Father's Day, while I was gone, she mowed it and she did a great job. So let's go to the back and take a look how it's looking back there. Oh, and by the way, if you guys didn't notice, and if I haven't mentioned it before, we finally finished all of the shutters for the front of the house. I think it's looking pretty snazzy, if I may say so myself. I built those, stained them, put them up. It looks great. And then we've got a few more dahlias right there that are coming up there and there. I think all of those gladiolas right there are pretty much at the end of life, and so we'll have to be cutting those down. And then we've got some weed pressure that we're gonna have to deal with in the flower beds, but I've got some mulch coming today and we'll deal with that. So the back is gonna be a different story. Oh, and then again, because the sun comes in from this angle, hits that fence, puts down a lot of heat. So right there is a suffering area. Got a little bit of spurge. So got some weeds, but even when you look at it from this angle, you can see that there's a little bit of stuff that shouldn't be in the grass, but it doesn't look too bad. So I'll be mowing it today. So the backyard is a completely different animal. We are hurting back here. As you guys know, I put down this perennial ryegrass as an experiment to see how it would handle the heat here in Nashville. And it has been pretty hot. I've got roses that are coming up, which are nice. I need to deadhead a bunch of those. We do have some weed pressure along the fence, but that's because I haven't really dealt with it very much. But this is where you really see where the pressure is from the heat. Some of this is from the mower. But over here we get a lot more shade than the rest of the lawn. So I think this area right here will be okay for most of the summer. but this is our big worry area. When you look at this part of the lawn, it's a lot of brown, and I'm hoping that what's going to happen is that as the summer goes on, if we keep some water on it, get some fertilizer on it, that it'll survive. I'm hoping it's just going into dormancy, and that will be in a better shape when the fall comes around, but I can't guarantee that. So, I'm already starting to think about what happens if it doesn't survive the summer. And, we knew that was a possibility just because of summer heat. I didn't think it was going to be as hot as it has been. It's supposed to be 100 a day. It's supposed to get back down into the low 90s for the next week or so, and then it's supposed to go right back up. So the only thing I can do is fertilize and water it and make sure that it stays healthy. Right now, it's going into the part of the season where it's going to stop growing, so we don't want to sit there and pound it with a bunch of fertilizer. So the only thing we can do is keep it wet and make sure that we get some of those biostimulants, keep that in the soil so at least the soil stays healthy and the plant has a place to recover in the fall or late summer. So that's kind of the plan right now. But we'll keep walking. I'll show you the rest of this. So this part of the lawn right in here where it's, you can see that brown, and then you can also see some of the brown up on this hill right here. That's where we get most of the sun. Over here, we get a lot of dog pee, so there's not much I can do with that, so we're not even going to pay attention to that. I guess we had a pretty big windstorm because there's some branches that are down here. The hill itself, as far as landscaping is concerned, it's looking really good. We do need to pull some weeds because we haven't been gone for 2 weeks, like I said, and haven't really done a whole lot. But some of this up here is weeds, some of that is supposed to be there, some of that's plants. But we got the sprinkler set right up here, so I think we're getting good water and nothing is dead, which I'm really surprised at. I thought we'd have dead plants. But then we get in here and it's not looking terrible, but it is looking thin. And some of this may just be too much water, to be honest with you. I mean, it's got branches down, don't worry about that. But we got a lot of water here, and I had the sprinklers go off last night, but it's thinning out right in here, and it's thinning out right over here, and it doesn't feel great. So that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to kind of walk you guys through. I'm not really going to do anything in this video. I just want to show you where we stand after 2 weeks of being gone, and after probably the hottest part of summer. We knew that the heat was going to be a problem for this cool season grass here in Nashville because we are a transition zone. And the only thing we can do is ride it out and see what's going to happen. I can't seed it with anything else. I'm not planning on seeding it with anything else this summer. The best I can do is keep an eye on it. If it dies back here, I think the bluegrass in the front is going to be fine. I'm not worried about the bluegrass. I am worried about the perennial ryegrass. If that dies, no big deal. We'll just go to a fescue. I know fescue will grow here. The perennial ryegrass was 100% of an experiment. So is the bluegrass, but I felt good about that, and I still feel good about it. I think that the bluegrass will slow down. It probably won't be growing as fast as in this heat, but I don't think it's going to die. So I think we're good there. Stay tuned. We will come back to how we're going to deal with some of this stuff. Like I said, fertilizer is going to be very limited because there's not a whole lot you can do with fertilizer. It's just going to pound the grass, and it's really going to probably do more harm than good. So the only thing I can really do is really work on the biostimulants, make sure we keep it watered. Don't water it too much because then it's just going to drown. And then you're going to have all kinds of rot and fungus issues. So the best thing we can do is really just keep it wet on a regular basis and then mow it as needed. But it'll definitely be less mowing. I was mowing probably every other day. I'm probably going to cut it down to maybe twice a week. In the back, I may not even do it that much. I may raise the height of cut and just mow it like once a week. But we'll see. We're going to play by ear. I'm hoping that this heat kind of starts subsiding, but we just hit the first day of summer yesterday, which means that it's only going to get hotter. July and August are the hottest months here in Nashville, and if this is any indication of what it's going to be like, it's gonna hurt a little bit. So it is what it is. So anyway, that's all I've got for you guys today. If you like this video, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and if you want to be notified of future videos, don't forget to hit that bell. And stay tuned because I've got a couple of cool videos of some of the guys that I visited out west. And I'm sure you guys, if you guys have looked on my Instagram, you'll see that I got to hang out with the Lawn Tools, and I got to hang out with John Perry and Jeremy of The Greener Lawn. And so I'll be putting those videos out over the next couple weeks. Had a lot of fun with those guys, got to know them a little bit better. So those videos I will intersperse with the other stuff that's going on. But stay tuned, got lots going on this summer. We'll see you on the next one.